exactly what I'm looking at. What's good? It's time. Let's ride with TR Mentality. And before we get into the live, man, make sure y'all own y'all own shit, man. Y'all know the vibes. As y'all can see from the title, we gonna be talking about why trauma from being broke is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody, I'm gonna let y'all get in here and everything. When y'all come in here, make sure y'all hit like on the live. Make sure y'all comment where y'all watching from. You know, comment y'all name and all that, man. Let's get this conversation rolling. That's how I like to start the lives. I like to start it with a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? I almost didn't even come on live tonight. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I was like, shit, let me go ahead and pull up. But yeah, as y'all come in here and everything, so like I said, y'all can see the title. And everybody that's seen my video, my long form video where I was talking about Yo Scrape. Yo Scrape always the first one in the live, man. I appreciate you, Brody. Even though you only been here for like 5 minutes. But shit, I appreciate you, man. You pull up to the live every time and you be like the first one in here. I appreciate you. And you hit likes on the live every time. But yeah, everybody that seen my video where I was talking about my experience from being homeless and everything like that, y'all know that this title right here is basically a follow-up. Oh, you got a new profile picture? That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, my guy. Is it standing out for you? You rocking with it and shit like that? How the growth been going on the channel? Everything been good, my nigga? How everything going? Still growing your channel steadily? But now, as y'all come in here, man, make sure y'all hit like on the live. Also, go ahead and comment where y'all watching from. Comment what made y'all pull up. Comment if y'all subscribed already. What made you subscribe? You know, how long you been subscribed and why? Why did you subscribe? That's the main thing. Like, let me know that. Everybody, if y'all ain't came into a live before, y'all know I do the you just made your first band at 13. That's what's good, bro. That's what's up, bro. At 13, man. I ain't make no band at no fucking 13, bro. You on it, my nigga. That's why I said in that one live, bro. You on it, man. You doing big things. Invest young. Facts, man. That's a fact. Start as young as you possibly can. But yeah, as people starting to come in, like I said, man, make sure you hit like on the live. Go ahead and comment where you watching from. You know, let's get the conversation rolling. But yeah, like I was saying, man, like everybody that seen my video where I was talking about I went homeless, you know what I'm saying? And just talking about the truth of being a rapper and all that shit. And just giving my experience on that whole ordeal. So now this is the first live that I did actually since that video went out. So, you know, that's why I was like, let me do a little follow-up. So that's why I decided to go ahead and make this live and call it Trauma from Being Broke is a Real Thing, because it really is. And I'm going to get right into it. So the thing I've noticed, like when you go through shit like that, so you go through financial struggles or whatever struggles you went through, you know, some stuff stick with you, you know what I'm saying? And I was just recently saying, like, I don't react to good news the way, you know, I've noticed that people around me react to good news differently than I react to good news. Like, if I get good news, I kind of want to see it all the way through before I actually feel like, yo, this is actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not normal because everybody, like I said, people around me that I see, and they give good news, they automatically feel great. But for me, you know, it's kind of different. Yo, Mariah, what's good? But yeah, for me, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't feel like that. If you get good news and you like, say if you get a new crib, right? You got a new crib, you kind of react a little differently. You feel like, damn, you know, it's still more like I still got a lot more road to travel. But you shouldn't feel like that. You got the crib. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I seen that people around me, like, you know, it's a different reaction to certain good news. And, you know, like I said, man, when you go through shit like that, like homelessness, like living in your car, living in when I lived in Motel 6, having to sell my car. And look, that's another thing that rolled me into this next thing too. I'm gonna go back to it. 13 viewers, that's what's up, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be pulling up to these lives, man. That's why I fuck with going live. And we've been getting better and better, like more and more views on the lives every time we go live. So I'm fucking with the lives. But I got a song coming out this Friday. So y'all know I just dropped a song called Wait For You on last Friday. And now I'm dropping another one this next Friday. Because, you know, I'm putting it all out. I'm not holding no more music back. I'm putting it all out. And this next song, I'm really talking about my story. So just like I did that long form, the fuck was I talking? Oh yeah. Yeah, just like I did that long form video talking about my homeless experience. In the song, I'm really breaking it down, but in song, and y'all gonna hear it, it's called Know My Name, and it's coming. That's the first time. Y'all know I like dropping gems on the live. I like dropping like some low-key shit that you know, all the other social medias don't get. So yeah, it's called Know My Name, and it's coming out Friday or Thursday night, and it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really telling my story in song form. I know the feeling of getting the crib, not feeling too excited. I'd be worried about how the bill's gonna get. Damn. You've been getting more subs, I could tell. Facts, Scrape. Yeah, man, look, almost 30K. That's a fact. We at 27 right now, man. Yo, Scrape, y'all been watching me. Scrape, you've been watching me. You probably found me at like 1,000 subscribers, bro. And you've been rocking this whole time, and I appreciate you. We at almost 30K. That shit is insane. Remember when we did the live and we hit 10K? This shit crazy, man. That 10K shit was surreal, and this 30K being surreal, man. You know why? Because my music channel, y'all know my music channel had 32,000 subscribers. And, you know, you need to go live when you hit 100K. That's, oh, of course. We definitely, bro. It's crazy, so we can hit it with you. That's a fact. I'm going to definitely do it. I'm going to set it up where, you know, we're going to do a professional. We're going to have the stream set up where we got the little count on the live screen and everything. So we're going to do all that for sure. But, you know, we're going to be elevated in a lot of ways by that time, man. Shit's crazy. We got so much more products on the way. Y'all know we just dropped our vocal recording templates, and we dropped the OYOS brand t-shirts. You know, a lot more products. We got, like I said, the How to Build a Home Studio course is on the way. It's in the editing phase. We got the free home studio ebook. I did that when I hit 500. It was live. I went crazy, bro. That's a big accomplishment, man. It's a big accomplishment, man. Everything is an accomplishment. Everything that's like, you know, you striving for, man. Whenever you get there, man, celebrate that shit. You said you be worrying about how the bill's gonna get paid. But see, that's the thing. That's what I said. That's trauma. You know, when you going through shit like that, man, like, and it's like one of them things where you can't really explain. Like, I was talking about in that video, man, being homeless. Like, in that moment, bro, you feel like shit ain't never gonna change, man. You think it's over. That's why I said in the song, like, yo, I said, nigga, I thought I was gonna fall. I thought it was over. Because it's like you don't see the end to that shit. Every day you waking up, you in that situation. You in that motherfucker, like, you sitting in your car. I remember literally, you see, I wrote in that song where I said I remember writing songs in a motel and wait for you. I just said it. And it's like, bro, I remember sitting in my car. And I remember, well, I talked about writing in the motel. In that video, I talked about writing a song in the Motel 6 bathroom while I was packing it up to actually get the fuck out and go sleep in the wheel. You know what I'm saying? I wrote this song. It was called Story of Life. And I like just wrote down the first bar when I was in the bathroom. I sat down on the toilet and I started writing it on my phone. And then yeah, but I remember most of the songs I used to write in my Honda Civic, '01 Honda Civic. I used to just sit there and write. Hot as shit. It was hot as hell outside. Nigga, I told you I put $5 a week in my tank, so I wouldn't like to start it. I let that gas chill. So I just be in that bitch hot. Oh, another thing, the AC ain't even work anyway. So even if I did turn it on, the AC ain't work. By the way, I gotta go early tonight because I got football practice. Bro, you gotta get off every night early anyway, bro. You good, man. I appreciate you pulling up. And also, when it comes to money, I be holding on to it so tight. I never want to be back at zero. Nah, never. I've been grinding since out the womb. That's a fact, man. It's crazy, bro. That's what I said. When you in the car, it's like, yo, all you got, like I said in the video, like all you got is your positive thoughts at that point. But nigga, you like, damn, when is this shit gonna end, bro? Like, when is better days coming at that moment? Dude has been dropping lots of music. That's a fact. See, Scrape, that's what I said, bro. I drop a lot of content. That's why I was telling artists. Y'all know I give game to artists all the time. I'm like, bro, I'm dropping so much content every day. Plus, you know, my music very often. It's like, how you gonna, you got to do that if you really want to make this shit happen. People drop one song every so often and they not putting out no content. I'm putting out hundreds of pieces of content, including the music, every single year. How are you gonna, you know, how you gonna keep up with that? And even though it's not a competition, so let's not talk about keeping up. How you think you gonna make it happen if you got people out here doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna get found while you're not. That's just the truth. So So yeah, like I said, I'm about to start unloading my whole catalog. All my back catalog that I got chilling on the computer, I'm dropping it. So new song this Friday, this Thursday night called Know My Name. You know, all that shit we going, we gonna keep dropping. We going ridiculous. And then we gonna drop another week, next week after that. Then we gonna drop the next week after that. We gonna keep doing it. Real shit. I got a lot of shit sitting and I'm gonna let y'all have it. Along with the fucking content. How did you stay positive through that? That's a good question. TR has that you can't outwork me mentality. He's a grounder. That's a fact. And see, that I didn't always have that. I'm gonna be honest, and I think it was also like the situation. So like Mariah said, like how did I stay positive? All those situations, that situation right there, like all that, just going homeless and being homeless, like bro, I can honestly say, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I've been in Cali for like 8 years, and probably 2 to 3 years combined, not at like one little stint, but like 2 to 3 years combined out of that time in California. And I was 16 when I came, 24 now. I'd like 2 or 3 years collectively out of that time, I've been homeless. Rather it's in hotels, living at other people's house, cars, sleeping in cars, shit like that, Like, bro, and I got another story I'll tell y'all about the homeless shit. But let me go ahead and answer that question. How do I stay positive? Yo, Mario, what's good, Brody? Hey, you missed the last live, man, but I appreciate you pulling up, man. Real shit, man. My guy, that's my guy. But yeah, how do I stay positive through that moment? So through that time, like I said, you ain't got nothing, like everything else, the whole outside scheme, like let you step out of yourself and look at the situation. You know what I'm saying? It seems negative. Everything is fucked up. Let somebody else come and look at your situation. It's fucked up. They're going to say, this shit is terrible. All right, man, it's time. Sorry, bro. I'll come to the next one, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, Straight. Real shit. I appreciate you. Real shit all the time, man. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Have a good day tomorrow. Have a good practice, all that shit. Real shit, Ari. But yeah, so in that time, it's like if the whole situation is negative, you gotta be positive, or else, you know what I'm saying? We don't speak about suicide or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, like, that might be something you might try to resort to if you're not. And then, I'm not the most educated on that topic, but I'm just saying, like, in reality, if everything is negative and you're negative as well, how you gonna move? How you gonna live? And the only way to keep doing, because your only way of getting out is by constantly getting up and doing more. So like if you gotta work in that situation, you work, every dollar is going back to the hotel. So you go to the job, and then literally you go and you gotta just basically get your check and then trade it into the damn hotel, and then you gotta hope you got a little bit left over. So you're gonna have a lot of hungry nights. You're gonna have a lot of shit like that. I was eating 4 for 4s from Wendy's. Like I remember, bro, and then this song right here, I wrote, I said in there, I remember I had to sell the Honda just to get a meal. And y'all gonna hear it, like I said, song coming Friday. It's called Know My Name. I said, yeah, I remember I had to sell the Honda just to get a meal. Remember, I slept in that car a couple times. I had to sell the Honda because we was sleeping outside in the car, and it was like, yo, we didn't have no cheese. Hotel had to be paid for, because this is another thing about hotels. They're very expensive. And then on the weekends, say if the rate is like $80 a night, the weekends, that bitch jump up to like $150, $200 for that night. You know what I'm saying? So like some of them times shit get tough. How you gonna pay? You know what I'm saying? Especially if your check only gonna be like 4, 5, 6 at most. So it's like, nigga, I had to sell the Honda. I sold that bitch for $800. And look, bro, that shit, the 4 for 4s hitting. Yo, that's a fact. My face was broke out, nigga. I was eating nothing but 4 for 4s, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all the story, bro. Like the Honda Civic, man. Like I said, it was overheating. So like I said, I'll drive 6 minutes up the road to the job. The shit will overheat. So it was fucked up. And everybody I had it on offer up, let go. Let go. I don't think that's around no more, but I had it on let go. And I remember to clean it, just to clean it up. Because obviously when I was driving it around to that job and I was sleeping in it, I wasn't paying for fucking car wash. So the shit was dirty as hell. All this shit. I remember I was so fucking broke that I literally took the car and I got some water bottles. And yeah, for $800, bro. $800. I took some water bottles and I had some cloths. And I washed it like that. I didn't go through, I didn't pay for the damn the car wash. I didn't, do none of that. I did it myself by hand with water bottles and a fucking. I had a damn a bucket. Poured all the water bottles in there. That's all I had, and some damn rags, and I just wiped that bitch down, and then. I had a little portable vacuum. I vacuumed the inside. I listed it up at 1,500, and in the pictures, it's outside of the Motel 6. I wish I still had the pictures, but I might be able to locate them somewhere. But I had just took the pictures. You see the Motel 6 doors in the back, and then everybody that came to view the car, they knew about cars, so they would be able to like take the engine oil cap off. And they'd be able to look at it and they'd touch it and shit. And they say, oh, it looks creamy and shit. And then they would smell it. And they would say like, nah, see, look, it's a little milky. And then it smells this way. So that tells me that you blew a gasket or something. Meaning it's overheating. It doesn't, And they would tell me that shit. In my mind, I'm like, bro, I need to sell this shit. So I'm like hurt every time I hear this. I'm like, fuck. When the hell somebody gonna come up that don't know nothing about cars? They doing all that. Boy, get under the car. He lay on his back. He go under the car. He look at it. He say, oh, you missing a catalytic converter. At the time, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm just like, damn. Then the nigga start the car. He talking about, oh, it's misfiring. Like, look, listen to it. You know what I'm saying? He's saying something is misfiring on the second something or whatever. I still don't know about cars. But people that know about cars, y'all hearing me talk about this shit, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And you can tell that somebody that knew about cars was talking about that shit. And so they would be like, I ain't buying it. First day on the market, dude ended up coming to the joint. Like I said, he hooked up the shit that you'll hook up. It's like some little thing. You hook it up to the engine or something like that from the inside of the car, and it'll give you the readings of everything that's wrong. So if the check engine light is on, it'll give you the readings of everything, right? And it's a little finesse that you can get to turn the check engine light off, but that still don't bypass that, right? So, he put it in and he started pulling up shit and he talking about it. So he ended up leaving. Like I said, I listed the car at 1,500. He ended up leaving, and then he ended up messaging me later that night. He told me no, he wasn't gonna buy it because it will overheat and it's terrible. He ended up messaging me again and said, yo, I'm not going to be able to drive it home, but I'm willing to give you $500 and I'm going to just get it towed to where I need to go. I was like, all right, cool. Fuck it. I need the money. 500. Boom. He never came. So I'm like, fuck. Next day, I'm sleeping in the car that I'm selling. You know what I'm saying? I'm sleeping in it. And I remember I got a couple people. One dude came. He ended up saying, nah, I don't want it. And then he ended up texting me later again. This is another guy. He texted me and said, I'll buy it for $300. At the time, I'm like, damn, bro. Mind you, I got it listed at $1,500. So I wanted 15. But I knew, especially once people came, I knew I wasn't getting 15. So I get, he said he'd come back for 300. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Come on. He said he'd be there in a couple hours or something. I ended up, some other guy ended up texting me and saying, yo, I'll buy it for 800. He ended up coming. And then when he ended up coming, he test drive it. He don't know shit about cars. I knew I had him once he didn't go and check under the hood and take off the cap and start looking at the oil and shit. So I knew I had him. He ended up going and he ended up test driving it. It thankfully didn't overheat in his little test drive. He come back. He say everything good. I didn't even have a pink slip, right? I didn't have a pink slip. We had to get like this transfer of title thing through the DMV or something, and we sign it and they sign it and shit. So it's just as good as the pink slip. Whatever. So he ended up giving me the $800 cash. I get into a different car. I pulled off, and I said, look, I'm gonna pull off because if it overheat, I don't want him coming back. Mind you, that was where I was sleep. I was on the side of the road, by the Motel 6 that I was staying at. I had to move, but I knew I had to come back there later. But he wouldn't know me, like whatever the fuck. So mind you, now the reason I got onto the side of the road, why you probably like, bro, if you're sleeping in a hotel and then you gotta sleep in your car some nights, why wasn't you sleeping in the parking lot of the Motel 6? And that's a great question. The reason why I wasn't sleeping in the Motel 6 parking lot was because so when I go to sleep in my car, I went to get in the car. I parked in the parking lot, right? And I'm sitting there, shade. I'm like, cool, all right, let me just chill out right here. I'm chilling out right there. And then these other homeless people who also stay in the hotel from time to time, they come up and they say, hey, did the hotel give you, oh, no, look, they said, hey, this is our spot. Like, we usually park here and because it's shade and everything, this is our spot. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's a parking spot. Then he said, did you get permission? Like, did you ask the owner if you could park here and stay and sleep here in the car? I said, nah. Next thing you know, they walked this homeless person walked over to the office of this motel, and they can't. Then I'm assuming they snitched, because next thing you know, the security guard of the motel come out to the car and they told me I had to move out the parking lot. Now think about how fucked up that is, bro. You homeless, bro. You sleeping in the car and you sleeping in the parking lot. And then you got another homeless person, they saying this is their parking spot. They claimed a parking spot. You know what I'm saying? Don't none of us pay for this parking spot. They claimed it. They went and snitched, got me put the fuck out. I had to sleep on the side of the road in the car. Mind you, if you on the side of the road, bro, a cop can come knock on your window, tell you can't be there and all types of shit throughout the night. So you ain't finna sleep well. Bro, like I said, going back to the meals, man, I remember that night sleeping in the car. I slept and I had a fucking tuna sandwich. And then the next day, all I had was a key lime pie. I don't even like key lime pie. But that's what I had. You would have had to give them the hand shit. Like, they would call the cops, man. This shit crazy. 800 though, man. Sold that shit for $800, man. That got me a meal. Some meals, that got me, somebody offered for niggas to stay at the crib for $400 a month. So that was my initial monthly payment, $400. Got some food. That was it, man. But literally, bro, like of course, you're gonna have a lot of frustrating moments. Another thing, man, you going to work and you know that you sleep in your car and all that. You feel like an outsider because everybody else is they going home. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is another story. I remember I worked for this one company called Go Staff, and what they would do is they would you would come into the office every day at 5:45 in the morning, hopping from place to place, traumatizing as fuck. You don't know what's about to happen. You don't know where you about to be at tomorrow. You don't know none of this, But yeah, so going back to that. So you will wake up, you'll get there at 5:45 a.m. in the morning, you'll go sit in the office. When you go sit in the office, they would give you up until 7:45, they would wait and see if they're going to get a call from a company saying they need a general laborer. I was a general laborer. What they basically do is we would just get sent to construction sites. We would do whatever they tell us to do. So if they tell us we're going to be digging, they tell us we're going to be using a hammer drill, they're going to tell us we're going to be using, they're going to tell us we're going to just be cleaning the shit, the trash and all the shit that the laborers and the carpenters be throwing around and shit. What else? Just dumb shit, whatever they want you to do, all types of stuff. Exactly. And then I would just be sitting there and I think we was getting paid $11.50 at that time an hour. I'm in California, so y'all know whatever the federal minimum wage is a little higher, but $11.50 in Cali obviously ain't shit. But yeah, so and that was probably the state minimum wage at the time. But yeah, so I remember one time what happened was, like I said, my car would overheat. So I would have enough to get to the office, but I wouldn't have enough because they would send you to jobs that was like 30 minutes, an hour away. And I would get to the office and then they would have to give me a ride. So then one day they called me. I'm in the hotel. I'm going to answer the phone. They said, hey, can you come in? I said, I don't have a ride down there. Then I think this might have been maybe after I sold the car or something. Said, I don't have a ride. And then the lady said I could come pick you up. Mind you, they don't know where I live. They said, yo, I could pick you up. They said, just send me your address. I'm like, all right. I'm not sending nobody no address and telling them come to pick me up at no Motel 6 at the time. I'm like, man, that felt crazy. So I just put my shit in airplane mode, and then I just put my phone on. I just went back to sleep. Next thing you know, come to find out, the lady ended up coming to she ended up driving to the address of the address that I had on file. Because obviously I put some house that I had previously, or the one that was probably on my ID at the time. That on the thing, whatever, in the system. So they went there and they tried to say, oh, some white lady just answered and all. It was crazy, man. Like, I'm like, why the hell she come to my house, bro? Like, well, it wasn't my house, obviously, at the time. But that was that was another crazy ass experience, man. Like, being embarrassed, don't want motherfuckers to know where you at. I remember, bro, getting dropped off there was crazy. I get dropped off. Yo, one time I knew a guy, right? So this boy I knew from work, he was like, yo, we gotta go play basketball. I'm living in the Motel 6. At this time, it was this Motel 6, and then right next door was a Wendy's. So I was like, yeah, bro, I know this court right up the street from the crib. He don't know I live in a motel. I told him, all right, I'm gonna meet you. He said I could come pick you up, whatever. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna just meet you at this Wendy's up the street from the court. Mind you, he don't know. So he get to the spot, whatever. I'm outside the Wendy's and shit. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, the court down here. He don't know that I just walked out of his motel and came and stood in the parking lot. He think I got dropped off at the Wendy's or something. Or like I drove to the Wendy's or wherever. I forget how I got, well, you know, obviously, like I said, I walked. You know what I'm saying? If I get dropped off there, I'll be walking the next way. So I don't think I'm there. Yo, exactly. That's crazy. You know what's crazy? Because I remember going to the courts and people was in that same boat. We was playing ball with these boys. I ain't know them. But they was just, you know, they like, yeah, I live up the street. Mind you, one day I come out my room at the motel and I see him walking by and he going into another room. I'm like, damn. So he in the same boat where he don't really want to tell people, but you know, man, that shit crazy, bro. But yeah, like, and that's exactly. So y'all hear all these stories I'm telling. This is what I'm talking about, bro. The trauma from being broke, man. It's a real thing, man. And it's like, even when you got shit going good, man, it's like you still feel that, man. You still feel that. And I just saw a quote, and I'm going to share it with y'all. They was like, what they say? You got to step into your joy without attaching it to the pain you experience. And that shit was crazy because it's like, man, when you have joy, you always feel like I got to attach it to the pain. You always like, you gotta start thinking about the pain. You got to start, you know, all that shit, man. And the trauma, man, it changed you, bro. Like the person you was before the trauma, you're going to be a totally different person now, depending on how drastic it is of a change or, you know, how noticeable of a change it is. Like going through that shit that I went through, it's not something that to the outside world, unless I open up and tell you, would really, you know, I don't know if it'll affect, you know, if it'll be noticeable, but yeah, fam, will never vanish away. It's always gonna be there. Facts. And that's why I said, yo, and I told my mans this because look, when I made the video talking about my homeless experience, I was on there and I was talking about I always talk about, you know, I tell that story, but like I'll tell them later on. But then you gotta realize, bro, a scar is a scar, man. The way you feel about something and the way it affected you, and that experience is always gonna be a traumatizing experience, a traumatic experience. And no matter how successful you are, no matter how much money you got, no matter none of that, no matter how much time passed, that's still gonna be a scar. That's still gonna be a scar that's gonna be on me forever. And like and I think about this all the time because for my kids, they're gonna be in such a great position when I have kids. They're gonna be in such a great position that this shit is gonna seem like fucking unbelievable. But being able to share these stories, and even for people that, like I said, we talk about social media and how important the content is and how people gonna be able to, you know, be watching this content, you know, centuries from now. So we're gonna have great grandkids watching this video and they're gonna be like, damn, they gonna be wealthy as shit. But they gonna look back at this like, damn, Cause this is the whole journey. This is what's accruing the wealth. This is what's building the wealth. They gonna be able to see where it started, but not only that, but see the stories I'm sharing and be able to be like, damn, you know, we didn't always have this shit, and this is what life would have been like if you didn't do this, or this is what life could have been like, you know, it could have been like that. It's crazy. And then, like, you know, imagine if we was able to see our ancestors and our great grandparents stories on the internet. That shit would be fucking crazy. And so I look at this social media content. I look at all this social media shit. I look at it as, yeah, feed is great, awesome. I appreciate you, Mario. But I look at this social media content stuff as like, you know, everybody talk about journaling and writing it. I look at this as like just a video journal. Like, you able to just talk. And then one day I'll actually go back and I'll just look through all the videos and just be in all the lives and everything, and I'll be able to see this and it'd be cool to watch. Right now I'm just documenting. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just doing it. I'm just talking. I'm just going live. I'm just making videos. I'm just posting shorts. I'm just taking pictures. I'm just doing it. And then later on, I'm gonna be able to look back at all this, and I'm gonna just be taking hours and hours a day to be able to watch and just enjoy the story and enjoy the journey. Even though I'm enjoying it now, but I'm saying, like, be able to watch it like a movie and be able to take this shit like a damn documentary. A lot of this shit can make it into the documentary. It's crazy. But yeah, man, imagine. I gotta get up early, but it was great live, and it was good hearing your story, and I can relate. Good night. Yeah, I appreciate you pulling up, Mariah. Real shit. I appreciate you. But nah, man, like I said, I ain't gonna be on here much longer than anything, but man, I feel like, you know, this is a great live. This is gonna be great to watch back. It's gonna be great to take little clips from. Y'all know I take a lot of short form content from, you know, my lives, and I fuck with this. That's why I like to come on here, cause I be on here for a minute, and when I'm on here, we share a lot of shit. Y'all talk, y'all tell story. I mean, y'all tell y'all stories, y'all comment, ask questions, and all that, and we just continue to go from there, and you know, end up taking us on this wild journey. If y'all ain't watched my lawn forum today, cause I just posted my lawn forum today. Make sure y'all check it out. It's about networking and why networking is like a waste of time. Y'all know me, man. I stand for ownership. I stand for independence. So whenever I talk about all that, you know, what's it called? I forget what the fuck I was about to say. But yeah, I stand for ownership. I stand for independence. So when I talk about networking, y'all know me. It's like, well, what am I going to gain out of that? Because if your goal, it depends on your goals, man. Like, for a lot of people, say if you want to get signed to a record label, networking is definitely going to be vital for you, because, you know, you need to be around the right people so you can get into them rooms and have those meetings. And obviously, yeah, you can build, especially now, labels want to see you actually build a presence online too before you actually do step into those meetings or step into those rooms. So that's another thing. So you still do got to do some work. But if you want a manager, that's, you know, a very well-known manager that manages some top celebrities or whatever, you know, you kind of want some connections so you can get around those people, so you can meet those people. But, you know, it's whatever. But for me personally, I don't, you know, at this moment, I don't need a manager. You know, I'm not looking to sign no record deal. So for me, networking is pointless. I'm able to get on here and I'm able to talk to y'all directly. I don't need a network. I don't need to connect. To do that, I could just go on my phone like I did, and I press go live, and cool, I'm in here with y'all. I post it on social media. It could get seen by millions of people overnight, or, you know, over the course of a week. You get seen by millions of people directly without having to go through anybody. I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to worry about distribution. This is distribution. I get to do it directly at my own will. Whenever I decide, I can hop out of bed and I can just press the button like I did today. And boom, I'm here and I'm talking to y'all. We had like 20 people in here at most, you know? So we could do that at any moment. It's crazy. And we be getting hundreds of views on these lives. So, you know, it's crazy. We could do that at our own will. So That's why I say take advantage of all this content, take advantage of these social platforms, and they paying us for it. So it's not like we just doing this shit for free either. They paying us. So take advantage of all that. You know what I'm saying? They paying us to do us, to tell our story, to actually get in front of this camera, build an audience off of the, they already did all the work. They got, this audience is here now. We all know, everybody watch YouTube and shit. They already brought the audience here. Now we able to just throw our shit up there and we able to be, open to actually be seen by this audience that's been accrued through all this other content. Now we able to just take advantage of that for free, and actually it's free for us to do, but they pay us to do it because advertisers pay to be on the platform and be seen. So they need somewhere for those ads to play, and they play it on our content. Whatever content matches whatever ad going on, they put it on our content, and now, we get paid for that shit. And I talk about this all the time. Once you make the content, once you go live, right now I'm using my time, but later on, once I get off, I no longer have to use my time on this specific live, and I'm getting paid for this live regardless. All my other content I'm getting paid now, and I'm not doing it. I got like over 600 videos on the channel, and obviously they were already posted, so I'm not doing anything with those videos again, but maybe responding to some comments whenever, and boom, I get paid forever. No matter what, no matter how much time passed, shit could be years from now, 10 years, I'm still gonna be getting paid from it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm building an audience of people who actually want to fuck with me and actually want to follow me and be a part of my journey. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my music, watch my content, learn from me, all this shit. It's important, man. You gotta take advantage of this. Everybody, I encourage everybody, take advantage of this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is my mediums, man. This is how I get to it, man. I enjoy doing this shit. I always talk about this. I talked about, like, what's my why. One of the things is I feel like I'm really a guy that whenever I talk to people, I feel like I always I say something that leaves some type of mark on somebody in some way. And I've noticed that throughout my life, just talking to people and talking to so many people, that it's like, man, I got to lean into that gift and I got to follow that, and I got to actually, fulfill that purpose of actually helping people around the world. You know what I'm saying? Sharing my wisdom, sharing my knowledge, sharing my experience, being relatable to people that, can relate to my story, relate to my background, relate to where I came from, relate to all that. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit, it's like, that's what it is, man. I had to lean into it. I got on YouTube. YouTube is a great medium to go ahead and do that, and you get a fair opportunity to grow. From what I've seen, from my experience, you got to take advantage. So that's what I do, and that's what I preach to y'all. I tell y'all, do that all the time. Make sure y'all get on social medias. You could take whatever you post on YouTube, and you take that exact clip, and you post it on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Reels, all that. And you take advantage of all that, and all these platforms paying. You see TikTok, they said they paying now. I think you got to have, I don't know, it's like it's just a follower threshold, whatever. Facebook Reels, there's no follower threshold, none of that. You just post Reels, and then at some point they're gonna go ahead and ask you to join the Reels bonus fund or whatever. Same with Instagram, they the same way, and they two separate bonuses, so you can get approved for both and be on both. Same with YouTube. YouTube paying for the YouTube Shorts, they give you a YouTube Shorts fund or a bonus along with ad revenue. So they all posting they all paying for the content, and then you could take advantage by making content in one place and then literally repurposing that same content and posting it on all the other platforms. You don't have to recreate and make, say if you post on 5 platforms, the 5 that I named, you don't have to recreate that piece of content 5 times. You take that same piece of content and post it on 5 different platforms, the same one. And now you eating in 5 different places off the same piece of content. That's a cheat code. And they allow you to do it. And that's what they pushing right now. Short form is obviously at the top of its peak. I mean, it might be kind of teetering off a little bit, but it's still going crazy. Like, you can still eat off short form content. But yeah, man. So, shit. I hope y'all fucked with the stories, that I told on this live. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be going, I'm going to hop off this shit. You know, I told a lot of stories on here. I hope y'all fucked with it. I hope y'all, you know, can kind of understand where I come from and shit. Like I said, when I give the game, I give the game in such a straightforward way, and I don't really make no excuses. And I try to encourage y'all not to make no excuses, because when I was in that situation that I was talking about, and a bunch more situations I've been in, you know, I didn't make no excuses, and I still was putting that work in. I still was doing what I had to do in order to elevate myself and elevate out of that situation. So, you know, I want everybody to take that with them and start, you know, really, you know, don't make no excuses, whatever you got, because you might have it way better than I had it, man. So if you had it way better than I had it when I was still putting that work in, there's no excuse for you. You got to put that work in. And even if you're in that situation, you still can put that work in. And that's the only way you're going to change that situation. That's one thing you got to look at it. Like, if I was in that situation and I never was like, I'm not going to put no work in, I would still be in that situation. And I would say, if you're in that situation, you say, oh, well, once the situation get a little better, I'll start doing this. If I want to make content, or if I want to start making music, I'll start doing this, whatever. But the situation won't never change if you don't get out there and change it. So make sure y'all start putting that motherfucking work in, no matter what situation you in. You know what I'm saying? And shit, you know, you're going to see a lot. You're going to reap a lot of benefits. You're going to reap a lot of blessings, reap a lot of results. And, you know, you're going to really grow as a person. So make sure y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all really take advantage of every single day, every minute. Y'all can really continue to elevate y'all life. And I'm going to continue to come on here, and I'm going to continue to give y'all game on how you could grow, how you can make y'all money, you know, and how you can stay positive through even through situations like that. I hope y'all took something from this live. Thanks for the wisdom, homie. Straight up. I appreciate you, Mario. I appreciate you pulling up to the lives always, man. I appreciate all that shit. This definitely going to be a live that, you know, everybody got to watch back. I'm even going to watch it back, and I'm going to take some clips from it. And everybody that ain't seen it, man, they definitely going to have to watch this whole live, because this shit is crazy. It's a lot of great stories in here, a lot of great game. You know, I appreciate everybody that pulled up to the live and watched the entire thing, man. Everybody in here, man, make sure y'all keep grinding. Make sure y'all own y'all own shit as always, and continue to be great, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Also, leave a like on the live if you haven't already. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment, man, what you took from the live, man, what you can learn, what you learned from the live, and what you can continue to take with you every single day along your journey, man. But I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here, man.